Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called "Seen It All" by Young Jeezy. And it starts off, we'll end up cabling this on 3rd fret to kind of match the recording. We'll walk through a couple things in reposition. There's this cool little melody kind of in the flute part at the very beginning where you play 3rd fret on the high E, 5th fret on the high E, back to 3rd fret on the high E, and then you may want to go 2nd fret on the high E and kind of do a hammer-on pull-off. So kind of playing the 2nd fret, putting a finger down to carry the sound to 3rd fret, letting it fall off the string to kind of carry it back to 2nd fret. It's kind of all on one pick. 2, 3, 2, and then going to the open E twice. So we want to kind of follow that melody, kind of that 3, 5, 3, 2, 2, 0, 0. 3, 5, 3, 2, 2, 0, 0. Or G, A, G, F sharp, G, F sharp, D, E. And you could even kind of back that up with some bass notes. I'm doing this hybrid picking, so I'm using my pick for my bass and kind of a finger for the other notes of the lick. So you could add in 3rd fret on the A string, 3rd fret, and kind of play that with the 3rd fret on the high E to start it off. And then when you go to that 5th fret on the high E, you may want to play the open D string. And then you could kind of do that 2, 3, and then right on that 2, you may want to play the open E, and then the open E twice. And you may want to throw in another open E actually to kind of fill in time. But kind of 3 and 3, open and 5, 3, 2, 3, 2, 0, 0, open E, 3 and 3, open and 5, 3, 2, 3, 2, 0, 0. Might be kind of a cool way to kind of work that as a 2-part idea. Or you can back that up with some chords by starting on a C major chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, it sounds a C major chord and it sounds really, really happy. Now around C's in general though, you may want to think about lifting off the 1st finger, making that C major 7, or you can add in the pinky on the B string 3rd for C major 9 and kind of say some stuff around that chord. Or another way to play C major 9 is to do 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, B on the high E 3rd. You might kind of dig on that for the C major 9. And then from the C, we'd be going to a D major chord. And normally, the way you play D major, 1st finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the high E 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the B string 2nd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of D major. Now you may also dig on lifting the 2nd finger, always a fun finger to lift. That makes a D sus2, or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for D suspended chord and kind of say some stuff around the D major. And then from the D, we'd be going to an E minor chord. Normally you do this 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the D 2nd. If you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord. It sounds really sad. Now you may also dig on adding in 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of making that an E minor 7 if you kind of dig on that. And through that part, you may want to work kind of a down idea, actually kind of C 2 3 4 D 2 3 4, and then E minor for 8. So it's almost like the C and D are halving. C 2 3 4 D 2 3 4 E minor. C da 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 da. Kind of working it that way. Or you could use a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down down up up down up. So we took the C and just tried that a lot. You'd have down down up down. So you may want to do the C and the D with just a down, down, up, kind of half the pattern. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you can kind of split the pattern and do the C with a down, down, up, and then go to the D for a up, down, up. Or another way to split it would be doing C with a down, down, and then going to the D for the up, down, up, and kind of doing our whole pattern on the E minor. So yeah, C, D, E minor. Weird because it's just a change of feel, not necessarily like what you're doing actually. But another feel through the tune would be a 16th note kind of strum. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts that are down, down, up, down. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. So kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. What I mean by that is we take the C and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So we go 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down and down and right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, 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 down. The weird part is it's almost like the C happens on the first beat, and then you might want to go to the D for the down, down, up, and then go to the E minor for the up, down, down, up, down. So it's a little weird how you can kind of use that through the tune, kind of C, down, down, E minor. Oh, it's weird. Actually, there's a couple ways you can do it. You could do, not what I was digging on, is doing the C for the down, down, up, D for a down, down, up, E minor for the down, 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 up. It's kind of half the pattern. Just kind of changing the feel that way. C, D, E minor, down, 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 up, C, down, up, D, down, E minor. Although you can kind of work that pattern that way too. C, down, down, up, E minor, up, down, 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 C, D, down, down, E minor, up, down, down, down. Kind of try to work the whole pattern into it. Or kind of using that feel through the tune to be cool. So we're going to kind of experiment with that. And then we'll basically be repeating things, but you'll hear this cool little break kind of in the tune where we kind of have a new melody kind of come in, where you could play first fret on the B, open B, second on the G, open G, 4 on the D, open D, and then second on the D, and then we kind of come back first fret on the B, third fret on the B, and then open E. So we got C, B, A, G, F sharp, D, E, C, D, E, E. If you kind of dig on that, and you could add basses to that too. You could start third fret on the A string for the first fret on the B, and then add in second fret on the G string with the open D, open G, and then second on the A string for the fourth fret on the D, open D, and then open E for the second fret on the D. So we're going to kind of play around with that, kind of the 3 and 1, O, open and 2, O, 2 and 4, open, and then open and 2. And then we got 3 on the A for first on the B, open D for third on the D, or third on the B, and then open E, and then open E with the open E. So all the way through that lick, this might be kind of cool. And then C, B, A, G, F sharp, D, E, C, D, and then E. Or you could kind of back that up with chords and kind of start on the C and the D, and you could just make this an E minor change, but you may kind of dig on using a B minor chord for that B bass note. And normally you do this as a second fret bar, second finger on the B third, third finger on the D fourth, pinky on the G fourth. You strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord. You lift off the pinky, that makes it a B minor 7, which you may want to dig on that. Or another way to play B minor 7 is to do first finger on the A second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the high second, kind of working that for the B minor. Or you may even dig on first finger on the A second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high third, kind of working that for your B minor. So through that bridge part, you may kind of dig on it's kind of like we're having a lot of these chords, kind of C, da, da, D, da, da, B minor, da, E minor, C, D, E minor. If you want to kind of back up the chords on that break. Or you could work it with the 16th feel. C, D, B minor, E minor. I guess down, down, up on each one. Until you get that last E minor would kind of work. Some other ways too. Now the weird part is to play along with young Jeezy, instead of starting on a C major chord, starting on an E flat major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on third fret, and randomly the recording does sound a little sharp. So a little flat. So you may actually have to go to the tuners after you put the cable on to loosen them up just a little bit to actually match the recording exactly, or at least on the version that I was listening to. So you may have to tune just a hair flat, and now your C major is really an E flat major, and your D is really an F major, and your E minor is really a G minor, and your B minor is really a D minor chord. But to take it from the very, very beginning, you may want to kind of work that intro, like kind of that 3, 5, 3, 2, 2, 2, 0, 0. Or you could add basses to that. Could be kind of cool too. Or you could back that with the chords, kind of C, D, E minor. Or you could work the down, down, up, down, up. C, D, E minor. Or that happy idea, C, D, up, down, D, or that early splitting idea, C, down, D, up, up, down, or something else that I like to add to a song like this too is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you throw a bass note in for the chord. So on the C you'd have the A for the bass, on the D you'd have the D for the bass, on the E minor you'd have low E for the bass, and on the B minor we'd have the A for the bass. So if you kind of try with a bass down, up, down, up, you have the C, D, the B bass, E minor, the B bass, C with an A bass, D, the B bass, E minor, the B bass. Or you could add in the basses and still split the pattern, which could be cool too. C, D, E minor. Or if you're digging on the 16th idea, you can kind of try it that way too. And it does have more to do with feel, right? So you could do the C down, down, D down, down, E minor, down, down, C down, down, D down, down, E minor. Or you could add basses to that idea and make it a bass, down, up, D with a bass, down, up, E minor, even just a bass, down, down, could be cool. E minor, down, up, C, D, C, D, or you can play around with that whole pattern, kind of working that more syncopated idea. There's lots of ways you can kind of mix that up and experiment with it too. And then from there, then we'd be kind of repeating that until we get to kind of our bridge part, where we kind of have that other melody come in now. 1 0 2 0 4 0 2, and then the 1 3 opening. Or we can add basses to that. Or you could back that up with chords, kind of C, D, B minor, E minor, C, D, E minor. Or we could try that idea with the bass down, up, kind of C, D, B minor, E minor, C, D, E minor. Or you work more the 16th idea feel, kind of C, and this can be kind of weird. It's like, how do you feel it as a 16th? But or you can experiment kind of splitting the pattern other ways. Cool. What was I doing? C, D, down, down, B minor, up, down, E minor, down, up, down, C, down, D, down, down, up, E minor, up, down, down, up, down, up. It's kind of taking that whole pattern and kind of split it between all those chords. To that. Oh my gosh, the C, D, B minor, C, D, E minor. That's probably going to be easier the other 16th kind of way, kind of C down and D down and B minor, E minor, C, D, E minor. From there, then we go back to our main verse chorus. So kind of back to our idea. So we got our C. Kind of mix it up, and you may want to kind of experiment with that. You don't feel like this is the end all be all necessarily. You want to see what you can say with the song too. And that's the basics of how you get strummed through Seen It All by Young Jeezy. So good luck.